How we doing, folks? Episode 19, Billy Big Balls. We're doing something different this week. This is going to be like the first week. We're doing a Billy Big Balls solo. I'm on my own. Nobody loves me. I have to do the show alone. Anyway, I don't mind being alone. I'm a loner. But I want to say, yesterday I was on my way down to the recycle centre, and there was a checkpoint on the road. You know, fair play to the people at the new houses standing up for yourselves. I really admire you for that. But unfortunately, I was stuck in the van, and I needed to have a piss. With a result, that's the bottle.
It's supposed to be good for you.
Yeah, I heard it's good for you. So
You gonna drink it?
I'm gonna drink my own piss. You up to Billy
Slide
Big
it.
Balls? That's good piss. Only messing is electrolytes.
Sure.
Right, so yeah. What is my topic of tonight?
What was it like growing up there? What's your first memory?
First memory. It's probably my ma bring me to a cake shop down in Rings End, and yeah, that's probably one of my first memories. Then remember when I was a kid, I used to walk. My uncle had a butcher's. Used to walk in there, and you had like a cellar downstairs, and you had a big fucking big Doberman. Back then, Dobermans had no tails. Remember that topic?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This Doberman had no tail, and it was like, I think, you know, back then it was to make them look rougher or something, I don't know. But it was a lovely, it was a guard dog for the shop, but kind of a pet as
I
well,
remember
you know.
him, yeah, remember.
But, what was his name? The fucking name on my head there. That's another thing, you know. My own memories shot to shit, man. I swear to God, I take buckets of creatine. And it's like, fuck up on my memory. I do fucking, do you ever, you know, like they were been talking about something when I did the first fucking, your first memory, and then bang, you go off onto something totally different, forgetting about what you had been talking about. That's me in a nutshell. So, if you ever text me and I don't text you back straight away, it's not because I don't want to.
You're sitting there
I
thinking
looked
about
at it and I thought, right, I'll text him back in a minute, and then something else came into my head. Oh, look at, there's a fly, you know. And my mind goes off onto that, you know. But yeah, first memories, yeah, growing up as a kid in Rings End, it was playing. I thought it was great, you know what I mean. I remember being in play school and down in they had a play school down at the back of Canoes. You remember that? In the little prefab
Yeah,
there.
that's where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably half of Rings End was in it, you know.
Yeah.
But I
We had a
remember.
scrap with Will and Murphy in that when we were kids.
Yeah.
That's one of my first memories.
Oh, Willow lived in the flats, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember fucking the first time I tasted my waddy was down there. And remember the animal crackers?
biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the first time I ever tasted
me
them, you
too.
know. But
Yeah.
animal fucking biscuits, yeah. They were bleeding lovely. But yeah, like most of the stuff that you got years ago, you know, was not the same, you know. But yeah, I remember fucking I remember being a kid and going into town with my ma, you know. And she'd say to me, you come in and give us a hand with this and all, you know. And I'd be like, yeah, no problem, definitely, you know. As soon as you get off the bus, I used to say to her, this place called Sounds Around. They had, like, you know, all Bob Marley stuff. We were all mad into Bob Marley before we even knew what Bob Marley, you know what I mean? Just, he was into smoking weed, and we liked that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? This was when we were only kids, but we weren't actually smoking at this time, but we were later on. But I remember going in and getting a fucking, a patch, you know, to sew onto your denim jacket, you know, and a badge. And then I'd come out and my ma would say to me, right, we're going to Dunn's. No, I'm going to go home. I'd run over and get the bus, you know. Here, I'll give you a story, right? I was a kid, right? We were in the Scouts, right? Bunch of fucking wankers, right? I won't even name them. These blokes from Rings End, right? They
Which
were all,
Scouts?
The Scouts, no, the ones they had a blade down the fucking cottages, down the back of the cottages, yeah, right? Bunch of shite bags in it, right. Now thinking back, they were bully bastards. They used to batter us, right? These are young from Ringsend that don't live in Ringsend, and they're probably lucky they don't live in Ringsend anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, fucking, I remember we went down to Powers Court, right? Down to, went camping. We're down there, right? And we're like, fuck this, man. They took everything off us. All their sweets and everything, took them all off us, right? And we're giving us fucking potatoes and eggs, right, to eat. And I was like, I'm not having any of this, man. We jumped up and legged it. Went down to the shop, right? Got loads of bars of chocolate and all, right? Stuffed them in their wellies, right? They came down and caught us. Yeah. Just when we came in the gate, they caught us and they knew we had to be at the shop. They took all the stuff off us, right? And they were searching us. And they were like, how come they only have to, we only had 2 bars or something in their pockets, you know what I mean? And they were sitting there and one of them looked and go, it's in these boots. They poured the boots out, all the chocolate in them, right? I was freaked. I was like, I'm not listening. And they were fucking wankers. The older blokes that were there, they were a bunch of shy bags. Yeah, listen, don't get me started. No, do get me started, right? So anyway, we're in the bleeding camp. And we went, they dragged us up like 10 o'clock at night. Right, we're going on a hike. Going on a hike? We're not in the fucking army. You know what I mean? We just came out here to camp. We just want to sit around the campfire, sing a few songs and go to bed, you know what I mean? I'm not going with
get Rogered.
Yeah. I'm not going with a hike.
Yeah.
They brought us on a blading hike, right? And they brought us through all these puddles, right? My feet were bleeding soaking. My sister man was taking me thing off. Put them socks back on, you get this and you get that. I said, listen, man, you're lucky you're fucking, I'm not old as you. I'll punch your head in, right? Tommy, his name was, he was a little cunt, right? Anyway. So we went back to the thing and I was saying, look, I want to get changed and all. They were like, you're not getting changed, put them things, these are socks that are soaking wet, put them back on you. I was like, all right, no problem. They all went outside, put their socks on, out the other side of the tent and legged it. Went home. Went down to Powers Court, got on the bus, went home, right? The next day, they didn't cop me till the next morning, you know what I mean? The next morning they went down and they rang me house and they were like to me, ma, we don't know where he is, he's gone missing, he's fucking, we're really sick about him. She said, he's here. I got the bus home, right? And then a few months later, we were bleeding, doing something else. Same thing, Scouts.
Was it Lochray? Were you at that one?
I don't know.
Do you remember? I think it was you. Remember you used to cross the
river
with the rope? Was that you who fell in?
Could have been.
Yeah.
But they were a bunch of wankers. Like we used to go. Remember, we used to go swimming on a Sunday night. Yeah. You'd be in the pool and they just jump into the pool with their feet and kick you in the chest. Yeah. You're only like fucking 10, you know what I mean?
Hold your head now under the water.
Hold your head under the water, yeah. Blow some rings out, I swear to God.
Now
my memories are going, I'm going to kill you all.
No, you're talking about.
I'm coming to get you all, these fucking shoutout cunts. But then it turns out bleeding, I remember going, we went in this little outlet, Dick or something your name was, right? Went in his fucking van to bleeding someplace, you know what I mean? And we were in the back and someone was in the front and I was like, that man's a fucking fruit or something, you know? Like, you could, you know what I mean? You could copy. Yeah. But I think that turned out to be a big fucking ring, didn't it?
That was
yeah,
a
the
big
Scouts,
thing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fucking, like I remember my cousin got bleeding, something happened to his fucking leg, you know what I mean? And they just fucked him out of the van, like, you know, got home, you know, his legs in a bleeding heap, you know? But, the Scouts. But I remember being in the Cubs.
So do I.
Remember your woman?
Yeah.
Remember the bird from Sandymount? She lived on the thing.
Wendy or something like that.
Or something like that, yeah. And Siobhan and someone, wasn't it? I had a crush on her big time. I'm telling you, she had a big pair of tits, right? She was a cracking bird. She was about 18, 19, and we were playing, what happened now?
Yeah.
Two blokes we know, two mad jokes, and they were with them, and I was thinking, how the fuck did they get them? They're mad jokes from where we live, and these were from John's Road in Sandymount, like a big huge plush gaff, you know what I mean? And your woman was the cub leader, but they brought us up to the fucking the Wicklow Mountains, and we were all acting the bollocks and all, you know what I mean? And one bloke from Bladen Ringsend started playing, saying something to them or something like that, you know what I mean? And one of the two blokes gave him a box. Oh, your man legged it. We're in the middle of the Wicklow Mountains, your man's gone missing, and everyone's terrified. What are we going to do? The two boys are crying. What are we going to tell his ma? He's gone missing, you know what I mean? Fucking, and the two boys were flying up and down. They had a fucking, I think it was a Corolla, a red Corolla, all done up the bitch. Your man lived in the flats in Ringsend. People that know who I'm talking about. I don't want to say his name. He's not with us anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And fucking, how could I describe him? There was a few of them, remember there was a family of them, they lived in Stella.
Yeah.
I think there was 4 boys and a girl or something.
One just passed away.
Did he?
Is that who we're talking about? Same person? Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Tony.
No way.
Tony died, yeah.
When?
About 6 months ago.
Oh, no way, I never heard.
Yeah. He was in the army and all. He joined the army and all this territorial army.
Yeah.
I remember being camping, after like rave camping.
Yeah.
And he just stumbled into the...
Yeah.
He was out with his gun.
With his gun around, in the mountains.
Out in the mountains, yeah. Yeah, he passed away, Tony. Yeah, Tony.
Jesus, R.I.P. Tony.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Jesus, I know Tony well. I knew him when we were kids and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were mad, they were all mad, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were funny though, you know, like they were a family that was a real likeable family, you know what I mean? But Jap, yeah.
Yeah, lived with Jap actually when we grew up,
yeah. He was a mad joke.
Yeah.
They all were.
Everyone was.
Everyone was, I suppose. But just when he was a bit older than us, so you kind of like... Yeah. He was mad, you know, flying around the car. But they were with the two boats when we were playing. We went camping we went fucking up to the Wicklow Mountains on a hike or something like that. You know what I mean? But your woman in the Cubs, I think everyone just joined the Cubs just so they could be close to her. You know what I mean? She was a real, you know, I don't know how she was playing. She was probably average looking boy when you were a kid. You're playing like, you know what I mean? But. The Cubs and the Scouts and all, fucking, There was a bloke in the Scouts, don't know if I can say his name, can I?
Was he from Rings?
No, we don't know where he lives.
Right,
but he used to have his board in the van and he'd give you a lift over to the swimming and all. But you know what, he was the type of bloke, I'd love to box the head off him, you know what I mean? He was just a prick. He was in charge and he knew it, you know what I mean? He's a prick, man. Thinking back, like, you know, like, what a wanker. But so that was me memories of being in the thing. Like we had loads of fucking, you know, acting the bollocks down on Rings End, fucking down, you know, with the products, you know, the Paddy's Club, you know, the slip.
Slip, yeah.
We're all down there. We used to go down with the boats because the Scouts was only down the road there, and used to fucking put them in the water, whatever. But you'd be getting in the canoe, you know what I mean? Or not the canoe, that little fucking thing, yeah. You'd be getting in it, right? And next minute, them cunts would just come along and next minute flip you over. Yeah. You'd be under the water. I couldn't swim at the time. I'd be terrified. Yeah. And they'd be breaking their bollocks laughing, you know.
And it's not the ones with the net where you
No.
Back
like
over.
You're fucking, if they don't flip you back over, you're dead, you know. And they'd be all breaking their bollocks laughing. And I'd be thinking to myself, see, when I'm older, man, I'm going to rob a car, I'm going to bleed and run you all the down. I swear to God. That's what be going through my head when I be under the water. I'd be thinking, yous are all dead when I get out here. When I grow up, I'm coming for yous.
Yeah, they were nasty, weren't they?
Yeah. Just remember all the scouts out there. Billy didn't forget you. We're coming for you. But
wasn't there another scouts? There was the daughter scouts as well.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they were the Beavers or something, weren't they?
Was it the Beavers?
You used to go. Remember, Legion used to go Beaver, rah rah rah. He slagged the bollocks out of them, you know.
And then there was the Sea Scouts.
The Sea Scouts. That's what we were in, the Sea Scouts, yeah.
We were in the Sea Scouts, I was in the Sea Scouts and the River Scouts.
I know, I wasn't allowed to.
We were in fucking everything, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were always trying to find
some kind of identity, you know. Yeah, exactly. But we were down at the fucking thing, right? At the slip, right? And my cousin was there. He's from Finglas, you know. Ballymun, he was living in Ballymun at the time. We were only kids, you know. But he got up onto the wall, and he was at the, you know, where you're going down the slip and the big fucking huge granite fucking wall there with the barrier on it. He was getting up onto that, right, and getting up onto the products wall, and someone whipped these bags down, right, and he fell down onto the bar, right, balls first, smack, swung around, right, clattered his head off the blade and that big granite thing, and then onto the slip.
No way.
He got up and he started saying pink elephants and fucking mad shit, man. We were like, fucking hell, what's going on here? But yeah, and your man out of the scouts, I'd be grand. He had a big yoke on his head. I'd be grand, he'd be all right and all. He needed an ambulance, like, you know what I mean?
Be grand. That was a thing back then. Yeah, be grand.
Yeah, he'd be grand.
Sleep it off.
Yeah. It's only... Is it itchy?
Hematoma,
Yeah, it's getting better, you know, all this shit. For fuck's sake. I remember a good few years ago, I was working for this builder, right? And next minute, blade, and some bloke dropped the fucking scaffolding plank, smacked me in the... I had a helmet and all on, and it hit me in the head, right? And this big fucking yoke came out of my head, right? No, your man says to me, better off out than in. I was all sick and all, man. I should have got an ambulance. He let me drive home. Look, I didn't mill someone on the way home. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, what are memories?
Where else did you join?
Join?
Yeah. Did you do karate?
No.
Did you never do that, no?
No, maybe like one class or something like
same,
that, you know what I mean? It was
same.
like, I was never really... I was more of a lover than a fighter.
In the Cubs?
In the Cubs, yeah. No, I was never really into karate.
There was a lot of loving going on back then as well, wasn't there?
Oh, big time. Like, fucking hell.
Because it wasn't only young fellas that hung around together.
No, Jesus. There was young ones. There was loads of young ones.
Yeah.
The place was loud. There was loads of young
great.
ones. Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just bloke mates. Like
No, there was like fucking... You used to act the bollocks in the park and all, I mean. Some of the shit, you know what I mean, that you couldn't, I don't want to say.
You can't really
say,
you know.
Yeah, no, like, you know, but we used to do mad shit, man. We were mad, like. But I remember sitting down in the park years ago, and I remember everyone used to play Dawn.
Yeah.
And there's a bloke in the new houses, and we're all playing Dawn, you know, and fucking, this other fella came, he's, anyway, he played, your man got up to have a piss. And this fella jumped in, how do I play his cards? And he comes back and he goes, get the fuck up. And he goes, no, I won't. Next minute he just picks him up, fucks him into the bushes. Like it was fucking dog eat dog, you know? Yeah. But, yeah, we had some crack growing up in there. Really, you know, like, when think back, you know, on some of the things, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was only talking to a fella there the other day on Instagram. He used to live in Ringsend. And he was saying, oh, I just came across your fucking podcast and blah, 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 you know. And he was saying he was down at a funeral there a few weeks ago, and he says, like, when you came down, you see the town, like, it's changed a lot, you know what I mean? But when you talk to somebody that didn't grow up in Ringsend, you realise how much of an awesome fucking childhood you had growing up in Ringsend. Yeah. Like, seriously. Yeah. When I do be talking to people about when I was a kid and all growing up, and they'd be like, oh man, we didn't have anything like that. Boring. Yeah. Our lives were...
We were free range kids.
Oh, 100%.
Just did whatever.
Yeah, people
we were just sent out just
here, let's go here, let's do this, you know, like we didn't...
Like, how did we ever manage to meet up and not? You know, not the way today we have phones and...
It was like, your generation and never understand this. There was no phones, no fucking nothing. Like I was saying earlier on about fucking some board I was playing and saying... And she lived beside the phone box. She gave me the phone box number. Ring the phone box and you knock at the door and I'll come out and answer the phone, you know what I mean? Ah, fucking crazy. We used to go into the plane, into town, meeting boards and all, remember? Yeah. Going to pictures. Yeah. Fucking... I remember one night we were in there, we were around the back of the Ilac. Right again, I think it was Christmas or something. Everyone had to get an ounce of hash or something, right? Yeah. So we're all there playing, rolling joints, you know? And we were sitting there stoned. But one bloke was there, you know, like, both people were fucking away, couldn't smoke anymore, you know? Yeah. But this fella was going around and he was like, oh, you can't handle your hash, and he starts picking up the joints and lighting them and like, he had an ounce in his pocket, you know, and like, what the fuck? Yeah. So we goes around the corner to George's arcade, you know that? Yeah. And he collapsed on the ground, sweating, he had a white jacket on, he was the same colour as he was like that. Eventually he came round and all, everyone was saying to him, do you want to blow off that? You know, mocking him, you know. And we came around, we walked down around, back around fucking Moore Street and onto O'Connell Street, right? And he was out of it, you know. And he goes, when we go to the pictures, there's a great movie, Dirty Rotten Schoolgirls. And everybody looked around. It was Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. And he was like, that's Dirty Rotten. Fuck that, let's go to Waterfish. A fish called Wanda. Oh, man. Some memories, like, we used to go in, remember we used to go play and walking with the dogs? Mm-hmm. And we go into town to meet birds and fucking, man, we hooked us up with some mad birds from town. Fucking hell, man.
Did you ever go camping or anything?
No.
That wasn't your thing, was it?
That wasn't my thing, no. That was more paedophile ring. I went camping once with the scouts and that was it. I was like, I'm never going in the bleeding tent again.
No, we used to go camping and bring loads of cans and flagons and...
I never went, no. I was never allowed.
You know?
No.
You didn't ask. We were never allowed.
Yeah, I suppose,
never asked what you want in your life.
Yeah, true. Remember we used to blade and go collecting and all, getting out of blade and 4 in the morning to rob tyres and all. Yeah. Sleeping on the tyres so no one could rob them and all.
Having fucking scraps and all over blade.
Killing each other over tyres. Yeah. Like when you think back, like, everybody hated everybody in Ringsend, didn't they? We had our own little crew in the park and the fucking down the new houses, Irish Town or whatever. Everyone was kind of together. Yeah. But outside that area, Southloss, fucking Pat Avenue,
they were different.
Fucking they were Pear Street, fucking Sandy Mount even, got their own little crew. Actually, I got to know people that were in that little crew like years later, Tivy and all. You know, fucking sound blokes. You know, you man.
Just that we were little scumbags.
We were little cunts. 100%. Like, you know, it's only like later in life when you realise how much of a little scumbag you were when you were a kid, you know what I mean? Like, we were little bastards. Like, you know when people say, he hates you from years ago, I don't blame him, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
You kind of had to be like that. If you weren't like that, you were
you know what I mean? But you know what they say, you know what I mean? If everybody likes you, you must be a pussy, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope everybody hates me. Fuck you. Billy, I'm something different to everybody. That's the thing, you know what I mean? I'm me. And I'm me with everybody. Like, it's other people that are different with me, you know, that kind of way. Like, what you see here is what you get. And you know, like, but the views that we're getting and all, like, and the feedback we're getting from the podcast, like, people like it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll give you a name. The other day I was out, right? I was coming into the flats, and there's a little young fella walking by, right? And he's only a little kid now. I remember when he was a little. His nanny lives in me flat, you know. And he goes, hey, you Billy. And I was like, hey, you. And he goes, how are you getting on with the podcast? How's it going for you? No, he's only a young little kid, you know what I mean? I'd say he's, I don't know how old he could be, probably 12 or something. And I said, brilliant, yeah. And he goes, I love it. I watch every episode. And I was like, you old enough to be watching my podcast? He goes, you're very funny. And I was like, thanks. And then I met a bloke in Paddy Power, same thing, you know what I mean? Turned around, says to me, I like your podcast, man, very good. And I'm meeting people all the time now that like it. Yeah. So,
must be doing something right.
I must be doing something right, you know what I mean? They're probably looking, going, look, here's this little cunt again, let's have a look, let's laugh at Billy. Laugh at me, but just subscribe to the channel. You can have all the laughs and give me abuse. Send me as many messages as you want.
But nobody sends abuse.
Nah, nobody does. To be honest with you, like, we had at the beginning, I put a video up, I was up in Harewood Park, and I was like, this is how much of a Mongo magnet I am, right? I'm sitting in the park, away from everybody, minding my own business. This fucking head comes over to me. You wouldn't have any skins, would you? I'm like, do I look like I'd have skins? I must fucking look like I do, right? Anyway, I gave him skins. And he goes, I'm just going to, I'm meant to be playing volleyball over there, blah, blah, blah. And he comes back over. And he starts saying to me, where you from and all, you know what I mean? I was like, listen, man, I don't want any chit-chat. Seriously, go on back over to your volleyball or whatever you're playing, you know what I mean? I says, where are you from? And he goes, not really from one place, man. I'm kind of from a lot of places. I said, all right. Where's one of the places you're from? Well, I was born on the border of two countries. And when I was a kid, as soon as my mother had me, I was whipped straight off her and blah, blah. I said, listen, I'll tell you what, buddy. I know I said to you a minute ago, go on over there to your volleyball, but fuck off over there to your volleyball. You know, I don't need to, you know, if you don't want to answer me question, Just say, I don't want to tell you where I'm from. Because, to be honest with you, I don't want to listen to you. But then we got comments, you know, someone said, oh yeah, it's hard to break away from what you are, Billy, and all this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You sap you. And then he's like, he started giving loads. Remember that, Grego? Do you remember that? He started giving loads of comments about, you know, oh, if you want to see Billy, you'll see him outside the chemist and blah, blah, blah. You know, and you're like, what a sap, man. Do you know what the problem is? He's reflecting himself onto me. He's probably going to the chemist every day to get his whatever, you know. And look, that's your business. But I don't. I don't have time to go to the chemist every day. Fuck's sake. I'm too busy walking. Yeah. That's what people say, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? I'm fucking walking, man. Fuck's sake, you know. Like, my life is so bleeding simple now. I just go to the gym. I'm getting a dead leg, man. I go to... dead leg, don't you? What?
You're always getting there.
Yeah. I go to the gym. I go to work, come home, go to the gym, come home, go to bed, go to work, go to the gym, come home, go to bed, go
Look
to
at your podcast, 15
do my podcast. Yeah. But getting back to when we were younger, what are the memories? Do you remember we used to take gas? We used to take... I remember one time we kicked the ball over into the blade, and we were in Rings End school, right? So we kicked the ball over the back of the school. You know where the apartments are? They used to be a fucking... I don't know what it used to be, some kind of fucking builders or something. Whatever it was, right?
Scrapyard or something like that?
No, it wasn't a scrapyard, but... Anyway, I can't remember what it was. But we kicked the ball over. They had an office, and we went in to get the thing. Your one went out to get the ball. We whipped a bottle of Tinners and a bottle of Tippex. And we were like, lovely, we'll have that later, you know what I mean? And we got around when the Tinners was split, maybe you put it on your thing, put it on your fucking, your sleeve, and take a whack out, next thing, mad fucking, like, when you think back, what the fuck, we were fucked up, man. But I remember being up the beach, right?
And that's like 10, 11.
Yeah, fucking, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Still
in primary, like.
Still in primary, yeah. I remember being up the beach, right? And I was sniffing gas. Right, and I was some outlet was going by and he was saying something to me and I was like, fuck off, you mind your own business or something. And he goes, look at you, you're like a little baby sucking on a dodie. And I was like, you fucking wanker. He's right though. Next minute I'm standing there, my head's going all over the shop. The grass looked like marmalade or something. It was mad. It was like a mad trip.
Yeah.
But it was
nasty
trip, yeah. The gas, Tinners, Tippex, aerosol.
Petrol for some people.
Well, I never took petrol now, you know. But your man Pat was saying how he was taking petrol. Like, just when you think about back, you know what I mean? We're always looking for a way to escape reality.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad, that's how bad reality was. We were looking for every escape out of it, you know.
I think we're just looking for experiences. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, looking back now, probably, you know, but like in school and all, like I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to fucking, all I wanted to do was act the bollocks, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah, man, you know, like, when thinking back, like, no, I know I had dyslexia, but like, at the time, like, you know, we didn't know what was wrong with me, you know what I mean? I just thought I was just a messing little bastard, you know what I mean? I was a messing little bastard, but yeah. So yeah, that's the way it was. We were trying to escape reality. You're taking every kind of substance you could fucking think of, you know. I remember getting into the hash then, like it was like mad. You know?
Was it the hash or was it the flagons first?
Maybe it was. Yeah, actually, Halloween. You know, it could have been the drink.
Yeah.
It could have been, flagons, it could have been flagons before the hash, yeah.
I remember the big lads, do you know what I mean? They give you a blade and here's a quarter of a flagon.
Yeah.
You're only 9 or
yeah.
Whatever, you know
you're sitting there slugging on the dada, yeah.
So that started for me, yeah.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
The bonfire used to be up on the dada.
On the dada beside the share house there. Yeah. I remember going down to, remember that blade in... where the Spar is in Bath Avenue now. What was it called? There was a shop, remember the two?
7-Eleven.
No, way before that. Remember the young and out, the man used to wear a white coat.
You used to get to Linden Village.
You used to get to Linden Village and all there. You go in, you'd be only about 12, and your man go, "Hope you were 18." Yeah. Oh, fucking 18, man. You're joking me.
Yeah, what was that? Was it grocers or something?
It was like a grocery shop, yeah. Oh, Cullen's or something it was called, something like that. But yeah, I remember going in there and getting the blade. And I remember there was a bloke from Bath Avenue actually. He was kind of bigger than us, black-haired fellow. I only seen him there a few weeks ago. No, it was my birthday, August, the 4th of August. You probably remember this if he sees it. But anyway, I seen him and I was thinking, oh, I remember we used to get him to go in because he was a big bloke. Yeah, man, in the shop, we just give him the fucking the flagons, no problem, you know. We go drinking Linden Village. Yeah, think about it. Yeah, it's rotten.
We still have it.
Yeah, bollocks. So I wouldn't drink it now. You're joking. Do you know what happened to me? I drank a 2 litre of Strongbow, and I was getting sick everywhere, right? And since then, as soon as I smell it, I only started to, like a couple of years ago, I only started drinking like Prosecco and all. Because for years, it used to remind me of cider, so I couldn't drink it. But now I drink it by the bottle. Yeah. When I went away there last week, and that's all we were drinking was Prosecco, man. Fucking, I went into a place looking for Prosecco. Sorry, we only do Cava. I was like, all right, Cava. So I went in, it was going in everywhere, you know, and so it's only Cava. So I went into this Italian place. I said, oh, I'll have a Cava. No, we only do Prosecco. I'm like, for fuck's sake. But yeah, went away to the Sun last week. Very good, actually. You know what? Got a great deal. We got the whole flight and accommodation for $250 each, which was I thought was great, you know. But
Spain, is it?
Went to Spain. Went to Ballymun. Lovely spot.
Really?
Went to some ska gig over there in the pub, you know. But now in the things they have these little cannabis shops, so you go in, buy a vape. We bought a vape walking around.
In Spain?
In Spain, yeah. No bother. Like with the vape, it wasn't a problem.
It's legal in Spain now?
It's legal in the shops. You can smoke it in the shop, but you can't smoke it on the street. But I just want to say, I got the worst breakfast I ever got in my life off of Moroccan in Spain. I swear to God, right? He was making me a cup of coffee, and he gave me the breakfast before he gave me the coffee. That's how fucking bad this breakfast was, right? I looked at it, right, and I thought to myself, these cunts don't eat pork, right? So I'm looking at the bacon. It's barely cooked. The sausage looked like you just put it in the pan, took it back out, right? 2-minute sausage. You know what I mean? And the egg, I was going to ask him how he even got the egg to look like this. You know the way the white must be across it? The whole yellow was across it. The egg was about that length. And it was all yellow all out. It wasn't even soft, nothing dippy, right? And then he hands me a bowl with butter in it, right? And he goes, butter? I says, yeah. I think I'm fucking stupid. I don't know what butter is. Fuck's sake,
right?
Cook
me breakfast for?
Yeah. And when I smelled the butter, I was like, I picked the butter up, right? Buttered the bread, went to eat the bread, the smell of it, just fucked it on the thing. I says, here, much is that? £10. There you go. I'm not fucking eating that. Is everything okay? I said, everything okay? Are you for fucking real? Have you seen that breakfast? That breakfast was made in 2 minutes. We only literally sat down. He gave me the breakfast before he gave me my coffee. Like, for fuck's sake, you know?
Probably how they like that breakfast in Morocco. You know what I mean?
No, they don't eat any of that.
Yeah,
I was told, your man, I get me hair. Actually, Abdul, barber, Moroccan, nice guy. I went into him today, you know. I give him oysters. I get in the shop out and thing, you know. And I was giving him the oysters, and I says to him, I got the worst blade and breakfast in my life off a Moroccan fella. What was his name? I said, I don't know what his name was. What does it matter what his name was? He could have been, you know, a different nationality, just saying. I said, why would he say he's Moroccan if he's fucking something else, you know? But, yeah, I had some crack over there.
Really?
Yeah, I recommend it.
Good to get away, innit?
It's, you know what? The last few weeks, like, I've been tired, but tired in my head. Yeah. Like, my head was tired. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
I feel you.
Yeah, you know, it's just... Shit gets in on you. You know, like, out of nowhere, you're going along, everything's great, you know, and then just something just hits you, and it just all floods back in, and your blade start to get down, and that's why, right? I know a lot of people say this and all, but like it's true. The gym if you start going to the gym, when you start to feel like that, like the last since I came back, now everybody says you do be a little bit depressed when you come back from your holidays. Okay, but it wasn't just me holiday. It was something different, you know. Mm-hmm. Not something different. I wasn't with it, you know. And I went to the gym yesterday, and today I'm a different bloke, man. Mm-hmm. I feel like a different bloke. I feel like I have a bit more energy, a bit more about me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, listen, like I know there's loads of people out there. Like, listen, the mental health thing in Ireland's a big fucking problem at the moment. You know, people are like just, you know, just it hits you know. You think there's no way out. What's going on in your head, you think it's a massive thing. Where if you kind of talk to someone about it, like, every problem can be solved, you know, as some. I know people are in despair, like, you know, but it's hard, like, it's a hard one, you know. Mm-hmm. We'll have to do a show on this mental health.
It's hard for me to talk about, you know.
Yeah.
It triggers me.
No.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
No, look at here, look at, you know, I know. And there's loads of, it's hit, like, everybody. Yeah. You know, like.
That's the thing, we need to have a whole podcast about it, you know.
Yeah, we definitely do.
In Ringsend End alone, it's bleeding.
Look, it's, you know what, and it's like.
You know? Suicides and fucking.
It's especially in Ringsend. Mm-hmm. There's a fucking lot of it. You know, and it's like, now everybody does have a buzz, you know, listen, you know, like, you hear people talking about other people. I try not to anymore, you know, like, talk, because you don't know what's going on in someone's head. You know about people say to you, like, see him, he says hello to you Monday, wouldn't even look at you Tuesday. I look at him Tuesday and say, I don't take offence to that. You don't know what the fuck's going on in his life. You know, he's probably just all in on him, you know what I mean? He sees you one day, oh, how's it going? And the next day it's in his head so much that he doesn't see it till you're gone by and he's like, oh, this, sure, I should have said, you know, I don't, you know, people say, yeah, don't, fuck him, he this and that. You don't know what's going on in anybody's head or time or anything like that. So that's why now, it wasn't always like this, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But now I'm more sensitive towards people, I'm more empathy towards people. Because, like I say, you don't know what's going on in people's head. And then when you see them and then you find out, oh, he got his mother fucking this, or something happened to him, or something happened to his brother, or something happened to you know what I mean? So, that's why now we kind of try and stay positive about things. Because there's no point in being negative. You have to, like, there's loads of times I could have gave up. There's loads of times I wanted to give up. I didn't want to go on, I didn't want to be here, you know what I mean? But the more older I get, the more I want to be alive. I want life, you know. I don't know what, you know. Yeah. But yeah, we need to have a conversation about this with.
Be nice if people could, you know, write in under the comments, you know, like.
Yeah, listen.
About their struggles and
yeah,
you know, because we know we have people that write in under the comments that have lost people, not only through suicide.
Yeah.
There's loads of us dying through cancer, you know. I've lost a very good friend recently.
Yeah, 100%.
Others who have gone very recently as well, the twins. And
yeah, listen,
you know, like it's,
you know.
It's,
there's
a lot weighing on a lot of us.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. 100%.
And we're not fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
You know.
If anybody wants to come on from the area, suppose the area, yeah? Because that's what we're kind of touch. Well, you know, anywhere really, you know, but if you want to come on and talk about the effect it has on you or your family or
the
just
good times, or
the good times, keep people alive, yeah. Talk about things that you, because most of the people that you're going to come on and talk, if they're from Ringsend, we're going to know who they were, or we're going to not have like, oh, I remember him when we were a kid, he was a mad bastard, or, you know, like most of the people that grew up in Ringsend, they were some characters, like, big time, and like, most of them that are gone, like, they were big personalities in the town, you know what I mean? Like, they're very much missed, you know? Like, people, like, you know, the thing about life is, like, life doesn't wait for anybody, life goes on. If you, like, loads of times things happen to me and I'd like the world to just stop give me a chance here now to pause and get me shit together. But it doesn't. Everything goes on. You know what I mean? Like, life goes on. You know, as hard as it is, you would love the world to stop. You'd probably love to stop yourself, you know what I mean? But
just sometimes for some people it's hard to stay positive because, you know, say it myself, I lost my brother to suicide. Then a year or two later I lost my best mate to cancer. In between that I lost my uncle to cancer. You know, so you're trying to get ahead of yourself each time and be like yourself and be positive. We keep getting knocked down and losing people, and I think it may be the age thing, we're getting older. We're starting to lose more, you know.
That's, you know what, like this, you know, like people used to say to me, like your woman was me bored, and you don't get upset, you never cry over anything. You never fucking, your emotions, you never express it. If something happened to me, would you cry? If something happened to my daughter, would you cry? And I'm inside thinking to myself, I'm one bleeding thing away from snapping here and bursting down into tears. Internal, you know what I mean? And you're trying to keep it together. Like, there's loads of things that I could just snap and just break down and just say, look, oh man, I can't fucking take this anymore, you know what I mean? But what I learned, right? I suppose life made me tougher with things like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to show me emotion here because if I start crying, I won't be able to stop. And you're saying to me, would I be upset if you died or if your daughter died? I'd be fucking devastated. Fuck's sake, you know, how are you having... But because I wasn't showing me emotion, so they were thinking like, you don't have any emotions, you're the fucking hard cunt. Do you ever look at something on the telly and want to cry? I do look at things on the telly that you know that they're not even that sad, but I just want to cry. Like,
but that's your inside telling you what you need to do.
You need to bleed and cry here, Billy. You know what I mean? Like, there's loads. I was watching something there a few weeks ago, and it wasn't even that sad, and I just started bawling my head off. Like, it's just.
But that's good too.
Yeah, no, I know it is. But like, life kind of made me hard on the outside. You know what I mean? Like with me bored, and I didn't want to Of course I'll be upset, you know, I just don't want to show it now, because if I start crying now, you're going to be going, this concept blade wreck, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much things that, over my life that I lost loads of people. I lost you know what I mean? Like, see me, like I know people say about, my dog, man, I was devastated. Do you know, I was just sitting there. Do you know what hit me, right? This is mad, like, I'm after being away since he's gone and all, right, but this time when I was away, when I came back and there's no dog there waiting for me, because every other time I was away he was just there, and I missed him more than I've ever missed him. Not just him, you know, someone being there, you know what I mean, because normally I'd be coming home with somebody.
Just someone that shake their head.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, you little bollock shit, you know what I mean? Do you miss me, you know? Because when I used to come home on my holidays, he'd be sitting there and he wouldn't come near me. He'd be like, fuck you little cunt, you're out there fucking off on me, you know what I mean? But the other night I felt it, like, you know. And then I think, after my holiday, for the next few days, I was probably a bit depressed. You know what I mean? Just getting up, going to work, all. It reminded me of your man Ricky Hatton, you know, going to the gym, all right boys, blah blah blah. Because I'd go into my job and I'd be all, and in my head I'd be fucking freaked. I'd be getting back into the van and I'd be thinking loads of mad stuff, like mad shit, like, you know what I mean. And then now this like, that's what I say. Like, I went to the gym and I feel better now, you know. It's like, but like every couple of weeks, just hit you. Like, I think that's just life. You know, like, you know, and as far as emotions and all that concerned, you know, the way, like, that's the thing about, I think, what's the big stumbling block for people to express themselves is, they don't want to come out and say, do you ever see that clip and you say, are you alright? And you go, oh yeah, no, I'm grand. No, listen, are you really alright? That's a conversation that most people are not prepared for. And I think the people that like are thinking like this know that the people that are asking them are not prepared for this conversation. So they keep it in. And then you have nobody to talk to. And then it just...
But it's about people feel vulnerable once they start to open that floodgate, that kind of way.
I know that, but what's the alternative?
Yeah, but that's the $1 million question.
Yeah, but when I do be out with my mates, like lately I don't really, kind of keep it in, yeah. You know what I mean? Like you might say, you just keep it. You know what I mean? Like I understand it. I understand it from both sides. You know that way. But like, what's the alternative? You know what I mean? You have to.
See, that's the thing with the mate that I lost, Pierce. He would be the only person that I would be able to have that conversation with. Well, I have others, do you know what I mean? But he was
I know.
You know what I mean? The
most. Yeah.
For the longest.
Yeah.
You know that way. I know that's a void that I have.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone who loses someone
100%.
feels like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're out with it.
Even with Archie, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
And even with Aj before that, you know, I would have talked to Aj about mad shit. Because you know what, it was mad, right? I used to be mad paranoid years ago, you know. I probably still am, you know what I mean? When I see the garden now, Jesus, someone only said it to me the other day. He said that he was walking by when the garden came around and he goes, you know what, Billy? He sent me a voice message. He goes, you know what, Billy, I understand now what you were talking about on your podcast, about when you see the Garda. He says, when I seen you and I seen the police car, you want to see your face? And I says to him, when I seen the Garda, I thought they were coming to pull you. Yeah. He goes, fuck them, I wouldn't even acknowledge them, you know what I mean? But, there's me trying to talk.
Well, that's good. We need to pick up the energy. It was getting a bit down, you know what I mean? But it would be good to get, even if you want, if people just type in and anonymously.
Yeah. See, we have an email, haven't we?
We'll set up a separate email if someone wants it.
Yeah.
And we can just hash it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at here. If you want to send in, you know, if you want to talk, if you want to come on and talk, even better. You know. Yeah. Everyone has a story to tell, and that's what the podcast is about. We want to keep it real. You know, like to be honest with you. I don't really know any other podcasts. I don't really watch them. I might watch a few segments of fucking Joe Rogan or something like that, you know what I mean? I love your man on Joe Rogan, actually. You know the fat fella that played the comedian?
Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz. Yeah. He is fucking deadly. You know what I mean? You ever see he says...
the stars with the fucking...
He pops the blade in the edibles.
Edibles,
yeah. 500 milligrams, man. I'm fucking out of it. Fucking hell. But... yeah, Joey Diaz. He says, you ever meet people that don't do nothing? They don't do nothing. They don't take anything. They don't smoke anything.
Don't trust them.
Yeah, don't fuck them cunts. You know what I mean? But he's a funny cunt. I like him. Yeah. Or do you ever see his little motivation videos on TikTok? Yo, motherfucker, it's Monday. Grab yourself by the balls. Grab this world and all. Tell them, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm taking over. Yeah. But look at here. Yeah. So, any other memories of, suppose, remember I used to work in the Yanko? Remember the Yanko?
Yeah, Foss, like.
Foss, yeah.
Yeah. What did you do?
I think I was doing, like, woodwork or something like that, you know what I mean?
I think I said this already. It was me and Sned and fucking Steve-O, Caulfield. We had, we couldn't get into woodwork, it was full.
You're working in the kitchen?
Couldn't get into the kitchen, it was full. We got to join south.
Yeah, right.
And we used to be cutting each other's threads and all.
Yeah. You know? I remember I think it was probably Pearson I was working in the catering part, was he? Shamey or something.
Shamey was in woodwork and then we all went into the catering and woodwork.
I remember they used to make the
dinners for the
they used to make the dinners for us. Remember we used to be able to buy them?
Yeah.
What was that? It was like mince with blade and onions in it or something. It was fucking lovely. I used to get that, you know what I mean? Fucking, I think Garda Choice or something walked in there as well, you know what I mean?
Everyone walked in there.
Everyone walked in.
Carroll and Alex Mowgler and...
Do you remember your man Eugene?
Which one was Eugene?
He was, he used to walk around like that. He told me he went to a Bob Marley gig in Dalymount Park.
Yeah.
He was still stoned.
Yeah,
he was made. He was funny cunt,
and
you know?
Sean was the woodwork. Do you remember him?
He's dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
No way.
Someone told me that was a good few years ago. Someone told me that he was dead. Yeah. He had some kind of fucking maybe cancer or something like that. You know.
He was alright. Give me a bit of art.
Little baldy company. It's got abuse, man. I gave
we built a boat in there, 15-4.
Ah, yeah.
Fucking.
I remember that.
Took us. We were there for 6 months. I think it took us. Went to take it out. Wouldn't fit out the door. Had to cut it in half.
Oh man, nah, that sounds like rings, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me down there, you know. But the Yanko, fucking.
Yeah, it was mad. Yeah.
I remember years ago, right? Give us a dirty.
23 euro.
Give you a dirty story, right? Well, not a dirty story, but this is like. Yeah, right. There was this copper in Rings in Irishtown, right? He was a fucking prick. He was like a community officer, right? And it wasn't your man Derek Dempsey, right? It was someone else, right? Anyway, he was a wanker. But I was fucking, going for a job up in Crows, I think it was, or Paddy Cullen's or something like that, right? And I think the kitchen the kitchen when you go behind the bars, it was downstairs, right? Down like a hatch, you know, so you're underneath the bar, near the cellar or whatever, right? And I remember going for an interview, your man's giving me the job. It was like a kitchen porter or something like that. And when I walked up, that copper and another copper was sitting at the bar.
No way.
And he said, look who it is. And I was like, I'm not getting this job. So we never got the job, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, he used to say the cunt all the time. He used to give me a novel time, you know. And I got a job, it's like a CE scheme down in the community centre, right? And this Ellen, she was like a counsellor or something like that, right? And she says to me, you wouldn't, because it was in the afternoon or something like that, and she says, listen, I have a guest coming in, or like someone to have a coffee, and we're having a coffee, could you bring them in to us and all, you know what I mean? And I says, yeah, who is it? And when she told me who it was, I was like, man, I'm going to get this cunt back, right? So... Thinking about it, right? So, making the coffee, right? So I made her a coffee. I made him a tea. I wiped me Mickey all around the top of his cup. Right? I didn't give a bollocks. I was fucking freaked. He was a prick. He was a wanker, right? And it was the only way of getting him, because how am I going to get this country?
That's gay.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I was thinking when I was wiping it. This is gay. I went out, right, and I gave a woman a coffee, right? Now he was sitting here, so I was here. I gave a woman a coffee, and I gave him his tea, and he's taking a sup of it, and she goes, thanks, Philip. And he just took his sup, and he looked at me. I went, enjoy that. He just walked out. And later on that night, he seen me, you know what I mean? He was like, what did you do to that? Cut that tea and all, you know what I mean? My leg's gone bleeding dead. I was like, you fucking prick. But yeah, that was the revenge I got back on him. Probably the only one, you know what I mean? They were fucking, the guy.
Where was that? Where you worked? Where was it?
In the community centre, Rings End.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There for long?
I was there for a while, yeah. Mm. Well, maybe 6 months or something. Mm. We used to be able to, you know, you got like, if you did a CE, or if you did a fucking 20 hours there, you could go and do whatever you wanted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was working fucking with some other bloke putting down tiles or something in there. Actually, Jewel thing and all, God. He got me the, R.I.P. Jewel, yeah. There's another fucking character out of the fucking town, you know? But he got me a job in it. I mean, I'm putting down these mats in the RDS. Fucking great money, you know?
Yeah.
And your man, they start being a prick to me, you know what I mean? Down there, your man was like, oh, listen, you need to be here at a certain time. And I said, tell you what, man, stick it up your bollocks, you know what I mean? And just left. Like most of the things when I was a young fella, you know what I mean? Like I was sent to England, to my aunties when I was a young fella, because it's just going off the rails, you know what I mean? Went to England, right? Now you think like...
Made you worse, is it?
Oh, man, I was in this...
the same. Yeah.
I was in the cinema, right? They had a bar in the bleeding pictures, right? I'm like, what's this, man? And they were like, serving me and all, you know what I mean? Having a pint before you go in. Well, I shouldn't have been having one. I went in anyway, right? And there was a fella in front of me, and he was laughing, and I was like, shut the fuck up, will you, man? I can't hear the thing. And I kicked his chair, right? And he got up and on, he was like, I was like, fuck you and all this. So he went off and got a nusher, right? And came back, and your man was like, listen, you're going to have to leave and all. I was like, fuck you. It was locked, you know what I mean? What are you going to fucking do? He goes, I'll be back with backup. Came back with the police. Nicked me. fuck's sake. Next day I was sent home England. Back the thing, and then I got a job out in Sagard, in a garage out there. Sagard, Jesus, that's the only thing that fucking all that shit going on in City West. Like Sagard was like a little sleepy village. I think there was 2 garages, 2 pubs, and a shop. A post office. Right, a nice, lovely little place, you know what I mean? But I got a job out there. But the only thing was I had to start out there like at fucking, I think it was 2 o'clock in the day, and I didn't finish till like 9 o'clock at night, you know what I mean? But it was them hours to keep me out of shit. You know, I was thinking, what the fuck you doing? Give me the... But when I think back, it was designed to keep me out of trouble, you know what I mean? It didn't work, like. It was to come back at 9 o'clock and run amok, you know what I mean? Be coming back, you know, fucking... Someone was into getting a bit of hash or whatever, you know, fucking... I used to walk over the sheriff to get the hash and all. Do the gauntlet going down the bleeding thing, man. The guy, they were cunts, weren't they? Oh, man. Many a time I got my hash taken out of me, threw it away, you know, fucking... Just panicked, you know.
The park was great. The little...
The little...
The
little flowers, trees. They go down around and all, And then even around the little, like, they had loads of bushes and all, remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about,
It was like, it was like its own little private little park. That's what it was.
You could have your own little
private,
grills.
remember?
The private,
Yeah, everyone had their own little thing around the hill there. There was little fucking, Fucking, the park, man. Like, now, I don't know, do people hang around the park, Rego?
No.
You know, like, we were never out of the park. Never out of it. And even when we got like older, we used to be grabbing cars and all, remember? Backing the bollocks in the Parade Park and all, you know, we were like wild. We were wild. Remember we stayed around mopeds and all?
No, I don't remember.
No, I don't remember that either. I was just checking. But I remember Blade, and we used to be on the corner in Irish Town. And we standing there, it'd be like about 10 o'clock, next minute to see someone running down from Blade and Larry Skinner, you know what I mean? And we were standing there one night, and I think it was with Gav and someone else, you know, and he said, oh, look at his thing. Bet you he says, I have a car. He comes down, I have a car. K20.
Kate, I was about to say,
K20 up at Blade in the Maxwell.
Yeah.
Had to get in with a Blade thing, you know what I mean?
Wiper.
It's been going, fucking flying around in the thing, you know? Well, I remember being in Rings End one night, right? And there was a bloke from Rings End that they're robbing a Blade in a car. I think it was an Opel Kadett, right? And he was driving around the library and then around the Ted's corner and then around the back street. And the guard were chasing him, you know? I mean, your man used to carry around his ghetto blaster.
Yeah.
Right? He had the ghetto blaster. Smith took it off. Fucked it at the guard. Fucked it at the guard. Standing there. This was his pride and joy.
Yeah.
Every time you seen him, he had a big ghetto blaster and he was walking around with it. But he was standing there and everyone was looking at the car. Smith just took the yoke off and fucked it through the window of the car. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a madhouse spot.
We were fucking, you know, get a few beers into you know what I mean? Turn into Bruce Lee. Be down giving a loads down the park, getting battered. Where's Billy? Is getting battered down there, getting melty with someone, you know what I mean?
Or down the Strand.
Down the thing. We used to, remember your man Barry? Remember him? He was mad into the doors and all.
Oh.
Ah, man. He just came up out of the thing. He lived across the road there near the Cozy Lodge or something like that. And he just came along. He's mad into the doors.
Right.
Yeah, man. He used to be like, everyone was like, he was like, yeah, did you ever take LSD and listen to the Doors? We were like, no, man, I never took LSD. Yeah. What's that like, you know what I mean? Like, we were up the fucking thing. We up there at the beach. We up there all night.
Yeah.
Drinking and playing.
Playing Dawn.
Yeah,
having blow.
Yeah. Do you ever see the pictures your woman has a view and all of this of the beach?
We had a deadly picture. I don't know where they had it. It was after a rave, and it was me, Rego, and Gary Pullen, R.E.P. And we were in, I can't say her name, she lived on Pigeon House Road, remember?
Ah, yeah.
And we found loads of trays of gargle.
Yeah.
Robin. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Were you at that?
Yeah.
And must have been about 50 people in the gaff.
Yeah.
But a deadly picture of the three of us was bunk beds.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it went. I would have loved to have that
to
because
have it,
it was the three of us and there was three underneath. But the three, we were bleeding just showed how happy we were. You know, because they were fantastic days. You know, you'd leave a rave and then go back to somewhere else.
Yeah,
it's the start of another
day. Yeah. We used to go back to Adjuscaff all the time because, and his man all be in the bedroom right beside you, and they wouldn't. They'd never bother you.
Yeah.
We'd be in there listening to the Hitman and whole whacked over our heads, drinking tea. Because everyone used to say, "Remember, I take tea." You think you'd be just big black. Your eyes be like that. Deadly. Great times. Man, some fucking great times. Great times. But and then like it was the hash, like, you know, it was. And I remember years ago, right, Gary, same thing. His uncle came out from England, and he gave us a joint. And 5 of us smoked up the dodder. We were bleeding cabbaged. They're lying on the grass like this, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Yeah. And your mum was like, it was just a bit of grass. It was the first time you ever smoked grass, you know? Yeah. Like, grass is like, nothing is like what it used to be. Even the weed or that, like, see the weed nowadays, like, I don't really smoke. I wouldn't really smoke weed. The odd time I might, you know, but a bit of hash does me. Yeah. It's not too heavy. I find with the weed, you start thinking about stupid fucking things. And if you have, see the weed, if you have any kind of mental health problem, you're fucked, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
It starts fucking, you know, because if it gives you a chance to think, you know, it's supposed to give you a chance to open your mind and relax. And
well, that's what Bob Marley says.
Yeah, exactly.
Tells you the truth.
It tells you the truth.
Yourself, you know?
But if you have truth you don't want to hear, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It starts coming out and you start thinking of this, I should have done that, I should have did this, I should have did this, blah, blah, blah. Man, forget about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, you know what we should live? We should live like dogs in the moment. That's the way dogs are. They're in the moment, that's all. They're not thinking about the past or the future. Like, they live in the moment.
Buddhists.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, people say to you, the past is the past. The future hasn't happened. Live now, in the present. It is easy to say. It's hard to do. You know? But that's what you have to do. What's the point in worrying about something that hasn't happened yet? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You could walk out your cabin to the smack of a bleeding, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. So why worry about it? But like, do you ever like think, if you think back like from a few years ago, what you were worrying about? Never happened.
You can't remember half of the stuff.
Yeah.
Most of it, 90% of it, you can't remember.
You go on to like your little things. So I try now, right? I do be listening to different things, to self-help, to trigger, to stop you. So when you have a thought, just say of something, straight away just say to yourself, what benefit is this thought to me? Is it going to spoil our shit? I'm going to start thinking of this. So just put your on to something else. Think of yourself, you know what I mean? So that it's easy to say, but it's hard to do. But it's not that hard to do when you start thinking about it. When you think about, like, if you have a negative thought in your head, it's not, like, what benefit has it got for you? It has no benefit. It's going to make you think about more negative things and more negative things. And things just going, you know, it's that thing, like, you know, people say, like, my life is shite, man. Everything happens to me all the time. Fucking this, I'm going along, bang, this. That's your mentality. That's you programming your brain to tell your brain, oh, I'm going to have a bad day today. I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. But if you switch it and just say, listen, I swear, now when people say, like, you sound like a little do-gooder Billy and all, like, you know what I mean? You're bringing people onto your show. Like, people have said it to me, yeah? You're like, you know, who do you think you are, a bleeding saint and all, you know? No, I don't think I'm a saint, or I don't. Like, I did loads of shit.
No,
like,
you're definitely not a saint.
No, 100%. Like, the shit I did years ago, like, I'll probably go to hell with this, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you're making up for it a little.
Yeah, maybe, you know what I mean? But, like, so now, like, now it's all, like, it's all positive thoughts I have now. Right. I wake up in the morning, right? Before I go to bed, actually, I say to myself, tomorrow's going to be a wonderful day. Right? And you know when you say, like, what wonderful happened to you today? You know, you give it all the business, oh, your wonderful day. What happened to your wonderful day today? Well, I went to work and came back safe. So that's wonderful, isn't it? We could have got a smack of a truck, a thing, you know, like, earlier on I was going somewhere and I was going to turn one way and I said, no, I'll go this way. And later on I was going back around, there's a blatant crash there, and I was thinking, that could have been me. If I'd have went that way, because this outlet, I don't know how he managed to hit the car. How he managed to blatant get to where, because like, it's a little skinny little road, you know what I mean? But I went around the other way and I came out here and there was a crash right there. Your man just hit the car. So it would have been me coming around the corner and he would have hissed. So that was wonderful. So when you, loads of little things, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what's wonderful for me? When I drive up to Bladen to do my delivery and the loading bay is empty. That's something wonderful, you know what I mean? And that's never, and like most days it doesn't happen. So if you start putting positive thoughts in your head, positive things will come to you. Like if you, like, it sounds like, corny, you know what I mean? When you're telling somebody it, you know what I mean? But if you put out positive energy, you get positive energy back. Like if you're going around like doom and gloom, you're going to attract that gloom and gloom. But if you're going
you know
around,
that when you've grown up thinking tomorrow's going to be a great day, it ends up being shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That becomes your mantra then. Do you know what I mean? You can't think tomorrow's going. You have to think tomorrow's going to be shit.
Yeah.
In case it might be better. You know, the kind of way.
Yeah.
We have a skill with kind of.
Yeah. But
you're more in the pocket.
Yeah.
Of being positive. A lot of people aren't there. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know. No,
they stay in the other.
They stay in the other thing. Yeah. I know there is. Yeah. And it like it is hard to, but like I read that book, The Secret, right? And I swear to God, a bloke that was locked up gave it to me, and he says to me, check that book out, blah blah blah. Now he's doing great. He's off around traveling all around the world. His life has turned out great when he got out of prison. He's never gone back. He has a great life, you know. But I was just thinking, you know, and then it says in the thing, just try three things. You attract a cup of coffee to yourself. I was going out and met someone and he said, do you want to go out with a coffee? So that was the first one I was thinking, right, no, anyone could ask you for a coffee, like this, no man. Then another one was like a parking space. Picture the parking space empty. And every time I went to sign on the labour, the parking space was full. And I drove around the corner and some bloke was just pulling straight out of the parking space that I wanted. And then I was like, right, okay, here we go. And I think from then I, you know, I met me board. I wasn't looking, you know, when you say you're not looking, I met me board and played and things changed for me, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so.
It's just getting to that spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard for people.
It's hard, it is hard.
Yeah.
But, I think exercise is the key. If you get up, no mean get up off your arse and do something. I mean, like if you go out, go for a walk, you meet people. That's why I miss having the dog as well, because he'd have me out. And actually, I'm thinking of getting another dog, to be honest with you, because not loneliness, but the boredom. You're going to the gym, coming home and playing, then just sitting in your gaff, fucking watching the telly or whatever. You know what I mean? If you have a dog, you'd be out walking him because you'd have to go for a walk. That's what's a good thing about having a dog. Yeah. I think the dog is great as well, you know what I mean? Because though it's just a dog, you don't feel lonely sitting there with him, you know what I mean? I'll tell you a story when I was a kid, right? You know when you used to go into town with your ma? Like I used to go into town with my ma all the time, you know? Because it was only me and my ma, you know what I mean? When I was growing up, it was just me and her, you know? Not just in the house, like there was my cousins and all, but I mean just me and her. It was just me and her, you know. And I remember going into town, and she was like all the time for me, "You're little bollocks," like, you know. I was a little bollocks, right? There's no getting away with me. But we were in town, and she was saying to me, "You know, the Ilac was only open a couple of months or something, right?" And remember the lift he had, it was see-through.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
It was like I've never seen anything like it, you know what I mean? So. Anyway, she was like, stay there. I wouldn't go into the shop with some errand shop or something. I was like, I'm not going in there. All knickers and bras and all, you know what I mean? And she was like, stay right there. Don't move. There's dangerous people in town and all. Don't go out. Don't leave this spot. And I was like, right, cool. As soon as she went in, I seen the bleeding lift open. I legged her over, right? Jumped into the lift. And I was going up and down in the lift. It was great. You know, you could see out, so I could see her at the shop, you know what I mean? So I knew she wasn't out yet, you know? So anyway, the lift goes up to the top, right? I think it was two floors up or something, right? And about 20 people got into the lift. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? So the lift goes down. And instead of stopping at the stop, it went down further. And the doors wouldn't open. And everyone was panicking, pressing the alarm, and fucking next minute the security. And I was thinking to myself, my ma's not going to know where I am. She's going to fucking go home and leave me in town and think of mad shit, you know? And then the lift, when they finally opened, she says, you little bastard, I knew you were in it. You probably caused that lift to go down too far, you know? But I remember, years ago, I used to go in robbing in the blade shoplifting and all, when we were kids. You know, taking like fucking stupid things. Yeah. I remember going in, it was me, you and someone else, was it? We got nicked. We're only kids. We got nicked in the thing.
Which time?
I think it was I don't know what fucking shop it was, near the Arnott's. And we were like, obvious as fuck, we were robbing like false blood. It was Halloween or something like that, you know what I mean?
Me and Rego, was it? No?
No, it was your man. Remember he used to be a footballer? Lived in the new houses. No, was you that fella? Willow.
Oh, Willow, yeah. Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, you and him, I think it was.
Right.
And we got nicked. We got caught. We were running and crying. And he was like, well, guys, we're gonna get the police and all, leave her out, man.
Had to get your man.
Yeah. Now they let us go in the end, you know. I think they just did it. But like, I used to win, you know. I'm just like obvious that I don't know what it is, you know. Someone said to me one time, you know, Bladen, we were talking about something, you know what I mean? And they came in and he was like, you were talking about me? I mean, I was like, no. And he says, you can tell by your eyes, you're at me talking about something. And I had to tell them what I was at me talking about. And it was something like, you know, at me pulling your plum or fucking something like that, you know what I mean? And I like, because I didn't want to tell them that. Yeah. They thought we were at me talking about them because whatever by your eyes are, you can tell, you know? Yeah. And I was like, no, it wasn't that. It fucking was that. And it was a board. And I had to explain to them what it was that. It was like fucking hell, man. But like Rings End, we had some crack growing up. Yeah. When you think back, like, you know, the characters, like, you know, you see blokes now that we grew up when everyone got into the gear or whatever, and people that didn't get away from it are still there. Yeah. And you're thinking to them, man, we used to have some buzz together, you know what I mean? And now it's like, I don't know what it is, like, I got to a certain age and I thought, this is not me for the rest of my life. I'm getting off this stuff. And, you know, I often wonder, do they think like that? Because when I was on, you know, when you're on it and you're thinking to yourself, when you're out of it, I'm knocking it on the head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop taking it. As soon as tomorrow comes, man, you'll want it again. Yes. And then the same thing goes around, you start thinking, I'm going to get off it today, I'm going to go to rehab, I'm going to go to this, I'm only out of rehab, this. I just got to the stage where I'm not going into rehab. I couldn't, see all that. Look, everyone has their own blade and take on it, but I'm not into all that happy clappy, come on, give us a hug and you're doing great. Fuck off, man. I'm not into that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking... No, don't mean I'm not worried about it. Like, if he may hug me, or hug him, you know what I mean? But I'm not into all that in a meeting, standing up. Listen, I'm Billy, I'm a fuck up, I fucking did this. I know what I did. I don't want to tell everybody about it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the counselling things and all never worked for me, you know what I mean? But I always wonder, people that are still on it now, do they ever think, you know? Yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
It's like stuck in the cycle, you know?
I know, yeah. But like, I was talking to someone there a while ago, and unfortunately they're still in that position. Mm. But they were saying to me, I'm at the meeting looking for a job, and I sent this off and that off, and I said, listen, man, the best thing you can do is go to rehab. And when you come out, your whole mind is totally different. You'll understand when you come out and get off everything, why you didn't get a job. You'll understand why they won't give you a job. Mm. You know what I mean? It's not, it's...
You have to put yourself back.
That's what happened.
20 years ago and think of someone saying that to you. You'd be like, fuck off.
Yeah. I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think you're better than me?
You think you're better than me? Exactly. Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah.
But it's only when you get off everything that and then you look back and think to yourself, I didn't get that job because I was in bits.
Yeah.
Or I didn't get that job
You
because
thought you were brand new.
You thought you were cool, you know, what's the story in there? Like, I do even think, you know, what the fuck were people saying when I walked away, you know what I mean? Shit, that lunatic, yo. I remember going over, right, years ago, right, this bloke was getting a job, right? And he was actually getting the job over in Ballymun in a place, right? And I gave him a lift over in my car, right? My car broke down, right? Because just getting cars that were shit, you know what I mean? But I asked this bloke for a push, and it was your man was after getting the job off, and he started pushing the car, and I got it started, and I reversed back into his Jeep. Oh, it was mad. Yeah, your man didn't get the job. And, we had to blow off in the car, you know what I mean? Your man couldn't go back to the job because I had to leg it because I was at the hitting your man's Jeep, you know what I mean? Your man ran in to get the... No, fuck's sake. It wasn't even my car. Fuck's sake. But your man ran in to get his keys for the Jeep, you know, to come out. We just blew off. Your man ran back to get his keys to the Jeep to come after us, you know what I mean? So your man was like, that's the job gone, Billy. Sorry. But, yeah.
Yeah, so.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
That was a good shot.
Billy Big Balls doesn't need a guest. I can do it on my own.
Well.
But it's always nice to have a guest.
Yeah.
Someone to bounce off, you know. We'll hopefully have a guest next week. If not, we're getting Andrew Redmond again.
Yeah, I'd like to get Reggio back on.
Reggio's. You can bounce off him, you know what I mean?
Because he remembers everything.
He remembers things.
He hasn't got that bleeding old man fog that we have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's 100%.
Somehow he still has that sharpness.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know how. He's like an encyclopedia, isn't he? You know, like
he remembers every detail.
Yeah.
Every detail.
Every detail, yeah.
All that back then for me is a fog.
You know what? There's little bits I remember. I don't remember. You know,
but you don't remember it fully.
Like, like you would say to me about something, and I'd be thinking, I don't remember that. And then later on, I think about, yeah. But Reggio, kind of, he was with us all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember Reggio in his Salvador tracksuit and all. You know what I mean? You're marching around. He's like a little chimp, isn't he? Remember Pierce said it to me, actually. There was a picture of Reggio in the Star to Sea school. And Pierce wrote a comment on the yoke, crack out the fried rice.
We have that picture at home.
Have you?
Yeah.
Reggio, like a little shit, you know what I mean? He was mad though, wasn't he, Reggio? He was cool. Yeah. Someone crack it over, man. Yeah. Some buzz.
Yeah. So any merch coming up? Any
we're trying to get a few we're going to try and get on to the Keep Cups. We have the Billy Big Balls t-shirts. They're flying out. If anybody wants one, DM me. We're gonna have hats. We're gonna get Keep Cups, and we're gonna get maybe we can do it in collaboration with what was Tig's fucking the Rumble.
Yeah.
We'll get the what do you call them? Grind fucking yokes, grind guards with Billy Big Balls on it. I think that'd be a classic.
Yeah, we can't see them though. They're under their shorts.
Huh?
They're under their shorts.
Are they? Oh, can you not get ones to go on the front now? No? All right, okay. Well, that's the end of that one. So, but the hats, I think the hats be a goer. Oh, you know what? I did. Remember the monkey hats? I think they'd be a goer.
Oh, they got to bring the rave hats back.
Oh, the rave hats, yeah. Billy
Remember
Big Balls. Yeah. Fuck's sake. But I think every hat I get, I don't know what it is, right? But the hat be perfect, you know? And after a day or two on my head, it'd be full of bubbles. You know, all bubbles all around, and you'd be like, where did they come from? You got one of them bubblers. Did you ever see them?
Bubble off
yokes. Fucking your woman was going out, she got me one years ago, and I fucking used that. And then the next day, they'd be full of bubbles, and I'd be like, it must be because my head is so short that it's hitting at me thing. I don't know. It's another conundrum. But there you go. That's how random I am.
Yeah.
Like shit, I
Should
just...
make a Billy bobble off. Fucking
Yeah, actually, yeah. There's
Billy big ball bobble
Billy
off.
Billy big bubbles off. But yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so the tattoo, Gav, healing nicely. Look at that. Some board was in Spain, right? And I was telling them about the podcast, you know. And I said, look at there, I got the Billy. And she goes, wow, you're confident, aren't you? You're confident that your show's going to take off? I said, well, listen, if I don't have confidence in myself, nobody will. And I'm fucking confident. I'm oozing it. But, yeah, my legs are going all stiff, man. It was leg day today in the gym, you know. I have like not a personal trainer, but kind of a coach, you know what I mean? But yesterday I was telling him about being stuck in the traffic down in the thing, you know, and I was going on about this and that. And he goes, he's a Brazilian, you know. He goes, is this the long way to tell me you didn't do a leg day? I said, yeah. He said, I fucking knew it. All your excuses, this, that, and the other. So today I did leg day.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I'm in bits. I don't think I'm going to be able to. And it was like, I pushed myself because I wanted to prove to that cunt, you know what I mean, that I went, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I should have just took it easy.
Yeah.
I feel like now I'm not going to be able to walk in the morning, you know what I mean? All the backs of my legs are all going all stiff and all now, you know what I mean? I can just imagine what it's going to be like walking down them stairs. But we'll soldier on. So anyway, don't forget the t-shirts. Even if you think Billy's a prick, buy a t-shirt. Support the show. You know what I mean? With all the donations, we can keep the show going longer and longer, you know what I mean? Sooner or later, we're going to be rolling it. It's only a matter of time, you know? I was only thinking, like, a podcast, it's not like any other podcast. I've never seen a podcast like this, you know? Where there's a little fat prick with glasses behind the camera giving stick and talking, slagging himself and slagging, like... if you can't take the piss out of yourself, you're not going to let anybody take the piss out of you. You're going to be a dry shite, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's people that look at this and go, look at this little wank all what he's talking about. Listen to this prick and all, you know? Share it everywhere. Get it out there. If you think Billy's a prick, share it. Anyway, episode 19. My legs are fucking dead, man. Episode 19. In the bag. It's a wrap. Billy loves you.